866-WE-BE-BIG, the number. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, just yesterday when the tubers were all here outside, it was great having them here with us to come back from vacation. Of course, COVID ruined it. We couldn't spend a whole lot of time with them. But somebody brought some beef brisket that is good, and we forgot to talk about too is Obi-Wan Frinobi's grandmama dropped
pecan pie.
Boy, she dropped a little pecan pie, pecan pie on us. Man.
You talk about good.
Man. I'm glad I didn't eat any of it, boy.
Yeah, me neither. I'm glad I hadn't eaten any 2 days in a row.
Yeah, so Hobie,
got you a little something right there.
Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan, tell Mama thank you.
Yes.
So thank you, Grandmama.
Well, I hope
Rick,
you know what? I hope he's still here at Thanksgiving.
I do too.
Oh, Bubba. Yeah. We also forgot. We're talking about the tubers to mention Coop's socks he had on out there.
Yeah.
You love that.
Greg, you
made fun of him. You made fun of him,
you.
but he couldn't hear us when you were doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which is good. Really, Greg, yesterday for you was a rare, perfect situation for someone with rude Tourette's because people were you could see them, but they could not hear you.
Right.
And so you
had your back to them, and the speaker was messed up to begin with. So you could talk about them, look at them, make comments, and they're still waving.
And they're
no
just
idea.
grinning and waving. And Bubba, and they leave with their feelings intact.
Let's start leaving everybody out there, Rick.
Greg, you know what? Maybe this could be therapeutic for Dad based on what I went through last week at the beach.
Yes.
Which takes me to this next thing I was going to ask about from vacation. So, we've talked about this on the show a lot. That Greg, there's 3 of us that are siblings: me, Greg, and our sister. And our sister's 10 years younger than me, 9 years or 8.5 than Greg. So, anyway, my mom, and it makes it very clear that you can be in the 1, 2, 3 position with her, and it rotates around. You move to the 1 position, you can drop to the 3 with their kids on who's in the best standing with her. Okay. And
I do this with my kids.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, really,
it'll continue throughout their lives.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So my mom, you probably was like an icon for you.
Yeah,
she's very
absolutely.
clear. Yeah. And so what we do is we compete with who's in the best standing with mom.
Yeah.
And it's a fight to stay there. And so, like for instance, my sister sent me pictures of her painting some cabinets at Mom and Dad's house, and she'll put it underneath. Feels good to be at number 1. Mom,
now why she's painting anything?
Mom and Dad needed some help, and I guess I had to do it. Okay, so whatever. And then because she couldn't get to the beach as early as I did, I took Mom and Dad down first, and I put a picture of them sitting on the beach watching a beautiful sunset. And I put back, boy, Mom and Dad look happy.
Meanwhile, Greg's in third.
Yeah, Greg. So Greg,
no, I'm way out front.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden, this conversation breaks out at the beach house, and my sister gets to talking about the rankings and all that, and all of a sudden she says to me, "You're not going to believe," and I think I want a ruling on this. Okay. So my sister says something about how often she calls our mom. And all of a sudden, we're all kidding around. And I said to Mom, hang on a minute. Now, which one of your kids calls you every week to 10 days? And, of course, she starts going, yeah, that's about right.
Week to 10.
Yeah, and I said, Mom, that's
give or take.
But like clockwork.
I said, a week to 10 days. And I said, I know you prefer a week. And then all of a sudden, and this is where I'm going to have a bone of contention with you, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she says, well, I'll tell you what I'm missing this week, because Greg, couldn't go. Greg usually calls me every day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And I said, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I didn't want to steal your thunder by doing that.
I said, wait a minute, what did you say? She said, oh, well, yeah, I get a call from Greg every day. He checks in on us.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wait a minute. I said,
you thought week to 10 was good.
I said, Mom, come on. And then all of a sudden I said, Mom, I hate to ruin this. He's got to drive an hour and 20 minutes one way every day. I said, my gosh, if I was in the car for an hour and a half every day, I'd call you every day just to kill some time.
I know, and that makes you feel better. I understand that, but
you go by there a good bit too, don't you?
Yeah, Rick. There's Saturdays and Sundays. I call on those.
You don't call on those Saturdays and Sundays.
She said every day, didn't she?
Yes, she did. You're right.
Did she say sweet?
Rick, right.
Did she say sweet Greg calls?
Yeah,
every day?
but
especially during the Corona.
See what Baby Ellis has done.
See, I was every other day guy, just on normal when the Corona hit, because they're in the group that needs to be isolated. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, y'all need anything and all that. So I mean, I'm clearly number 1 at the moment. There it is.
Well, she said it out loud. I get a call from him every day, and I said,
you do have a big lead.
So let's go back to this. Let's go back to this though.
Of course, Rick.
5 of those days he's in the car.
Yeah, but a lot of times I don't.
Five of those
Rick, a lot of
days?
times I don't call till I
It
get
doesn't
home.
matter where you're at.
How about if he called 2 times a week? That's still good, though.
Well,
A lot of times I don't call till I get home. I get
Nah,
on the
I-
back
mine-
porch.
Don't get home and get out on the back deck and talk to him before you do 30-10.
I'll do 30-10, and when I'm sitting on the Rick, I'll do my
The few
cool down.
times I've gone by to see Greg, he was taking a napo.
Right,
Well,
see?
Bubba, you
And
taught
I don't
me.
blame him for that.
Bubba taught me that.
Right.
Nothing like a good afternoon nap.
Well,
But-
it's so hot, you can't do nothing.
But
now.
sitting up straight.
But
right?
I'll do my running, and then I'll sit on the back porch for my cool down in my rocking chair. I got a rocking chair like I like it. And I'll pick the phone up and call Mom while I'm cooling down.
See, I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I want to be thankful for having such a outstanding brother who's such a good son like you.
And sarcasm.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, so Mom loves this if you can ever put together as many people as can go, and every other year some can go, some can't. But we get a good number usually on our extended family. And this time we'd have had more if we hadn't had. I mean, there were some things we just couldn't get around. And I've also run into a war with Chandler's new in-laws, which I've got to work on. They're trying to take my week. They're trying to take my week.
Yeah.
And
But they came and visited.
what I tried to do is I said, come over here and visit our setup.
Yeah.
By the way, funny talking about Riley's dad. I understand that he's very much similar to our dad. If he wants everything to be the same way every year.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, so
Well, what's wrong with that?
I think we all have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Look, I think of the
I
fact
got a
we
routine,
just are
I
not
mean,
very organized as our problem.
But I try to put together this trip for Mom and Dad to spend some time with extended family and get to go, get away, get out. I put this whole thing together. I set the whole thing up. I'm working. I'm getting them there. I give them a ride down there, give them a ride back. We get to take care of them, get them set up like they like it, and all I got to hear about is Greg calls them every day.
yeah.
I was going to say, Rick, all that when you could just got away with the good phone call.
I should have just called them
There it is.
every day. Every day. That's tough.
All right, is that Lisa making you call?
No.
Is it?
What's
It's
happening?
100% me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. You can feel the end coming.
Rick, what is wrong with you?
Rick Burgess.
It was the end of time.
You can't say that.
The end of time. I'm not talking about
Well,
Greg-
you need to clarify.
Yeah, you do.
Greg knows right
I'm
now.
trying
he's
to catch up.
Greg, well, I mean, you look at the numbers.
Yeah,
I mean, either way, it works.
Hey, you need to stop.
Well, look at the numbers.
I know, but you're hurt, you're injured, you
Right,
feel cheated a little
No,
bit.
I
I get
understand.
it, but
No.
you need to
All it
stop.
would've took
You
was a phone
misread
call,
that.
right?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. There'll be a call today.
I've never been talking to her, and she go, well, I was talking to Rick. You know,
Greg, you know what I get when I call? That little thing. I'll call. Say, hey, Mom, how you doing? Well, I'm glad. Hey, Bill, Rick's alive.
that's his look. Who's on the phone? Rick, that's the look on his face 24 hours a day.
Bill, guess what? Rick is okay. He just called us.
He has a beard now.
He's still doing that radio thing.
Rick and Bubba.